And yes, there is whiskey in the studio, thanks to our special guest, Barry Bacon from the Spicey Water Distillery. We are Facebook Live. You can see Barry and some of the stuff he makes here in the studio. And Barry, thanks for coming in early. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Mike. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have all sorts of spirits at 8:27 in the morning here in the Pike studio. But, I've been up since 3:30, so this is like lunch.
Right.
Lunch. Yeah.
I mean, I always say if you don't start in the morning, you can't say you've been drinking all day.
That's, you know what? Make that the T-shirt. Absolutely. Yeah. So thanks for coming in. Now, you are located in Millbury, the spirits capital of Massachusetts now, apparently, right?
Apparently, we have become that.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the last 4 years, we've been building a pretty solid business. We're very happy with what we're doing. We started with the idea that, there are no craft distilleries in Central Mass back in 2020, and we said, oh, well, why don't we just prove to the world that we can make good spirits right here in Central Mass? You don't have to go that far to get it.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. I remember meeting you at a Bravehearts game.
That's right.
Long time. How long ago was that?
That was about 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, it seems longer. And you guys were just starting up. I don't think the distillery was open to the public yet at that point, maybe? Or
we had just opened up, and we're just starting to kind of get our name out there and letting people know what we're doing.
Yeah, and so you can find out what Barry's been doing at the Out to Lunch Festival. They do it every Wednesday. Worcester Common Oval, right behind City Hall. You're out there with all the other local businesses and farmers and everything local, which is what makes the Out to Lunch Festival great. And,
Absolutely.
And you're sampling out there. Now, just to be clear, it's not a full bar at Out to Lunch. You can't go for like a full-on cocktail, the 3-martini lunch.
Yeah, no martinis or margaritas. Right. But we do have all of our spirits, as well as actually a few cocktails that we make at the distillery we're now bottling, and we actually just released our canned cocktails called Mixed Signals. Now, what we do with everything is we'll allow people to have small samples, so legally it's 1/4 of an ounce for hard liquor and basically close to an ounce for any of the mixed cocktails.
All right. Well, you do enough sampling, I'm just saying, you can have a reasonable time. Plus, they got live music out there, and you can get something to eat, lay down a good foundation. So you'll be out there tomorrow.
Correct.
Starting at 11.
Yep.
Which is prime cocktail hour. And then it's Out to Lunch is different every week. So are you going to be there like the rest of the summer, or there's just a few more
I'm
time?
here every other week.
Oh, okay, great.
And in between, I'm at a lot of different markets around the state, everything from Ashland to Grafton to Market on Exchange in Worcester.
I think I saw you guys out there.
Yep.
This past Sunday picking up my bagels. So what did you bring in this morning to sample?
Well, I brought a couple of actually all of our most popular spirits. So I have our Blackstone Valley Gin. It actually won a silver medal at the Bartender Spirit Awards in San Francisco 3 years ago.
Well, let's pop that open and sample
definitely.
it right away. The award-winning gin.
So our take on it is we wanted something that reminded me of New England in the fall, especially in the Blackstone Valley. So it's got some earthy and floral overtones to it. So it has juniper berry, and then the other half has coriander powder, angelica root, orange peel, lavender, and rosemary.
Earthy. Yeah, it's like woody.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that fair? I mean, everyone's palate's different, but yeah, I get what you're saying about that. Absolutely. That's really nice.
Yeah, and it mixes really well with things like raspberry and lime. We make a great cocktail. We have a cocktail bar and social lounge, as well as our distillery right on Elm Street in Millbury. And one of our more popular drinks is called the Floridora, which is mixing our gin with a little bit of raspberry, some lime, and then topping it off with polar ginger ale.
Oh, my. That sounds like a great summer drink.
It is.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And what else do you have here? We're Facebook Live, so you can see all the bottles right here. So what else do you got going?
So I also have the next year we entered our Elm Street Limoncello into the Bartender Spirit Awards again, but this time in Chicago, and it got 89 points. So close.
Wow.
But so it ended up with silver. And we're finding that we wanted to do a really traditional style Italian limoncello. So we take organic lemon peels, just the peels, no rind, no inside juice. Let that soak in our vodka, which is 192 proof. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Opening up that barrel after you're leaving it closed for a little while. You got to be like, take a minute before you look in.
Do you have to wear a hazmat suit when you open that barrel? Oh, my God.
Not quite, but we have the fire extinguisher ready.
Yeah,
anytime.
right? Oh, my God.
And then once that's set, we actually take out all the peels. We proof it down with sugarcane and water, find it blends much better. Our approach to our spirits has been to create a great flavor experience using as much natural ingredients as possible, mostly sourced locally. So I'm getting these lemons from Whittier Farms in Sutton.
Oh, nice. That's what I love. It's all local. It's
Absolutely.
all great, all Central Mass. Oh, this is lovely. I'm a limoncello fan. This is great. This is awesome. Oh my goodness.
And we leave this one a little stronger. A lot of American ones are around 20%. This is 32% alcohol, so it still gives you a little kick.
Yeah, I have a very important meeting later today, so why not start drinking now?
Right.
I'll probably loosen up my inhibitions a little and whatever. But this is really nice. It doesn't taste like it's super strong though. You really kind of mask the booziness part of it. It's just,
and I think it's the way
nice
we blend
our
sugar cane and water instead of table sugar. Table sugar, I think, is a little too much refinement to it. You need a little bit more balance of flavor.
Now, you got two bourbons here, so I got to ask the question that whiskey hardos, I'm sure you've heard it before, are going to always confront you with. Can you really call it bourbon since it's not made in Kentucky?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why is because the American government, when they started making all the rules again after Prohibition, defined bourbon as a characteristic rather than a location.
Okay.
So what they said was it has to be more than 51% corn. It has to be aged in a brand new American oak barrel.
Ooh.
And when it goes into that barrel, it has to be under 125 proof.
Okay.
So if any of those things don't match, it no longer becomes bourbon, becomes whiskey. So you have things out there that could be called whiskey made from a bourbon mash, but it's not bourbon. It's just like it might have gone in the barrel a little bit stronger than it could have been.
Right.
So ours is also a straight bourbon whiskey, which means it's been in the same barrel from start to finish. We don't add any additional flavor, no additional aging process in another barrel. So it's strictly the flavor you get is what exactly is in there. And ours is a 5-year-old straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay. And then you made a special commemorative whiskey here.
Absolutely. So this year, going along with the idea that we want to give different flavor experiences with things that you might have had or might have enjoyed, we took our bourbon and we actually then added on to it. And so it's a very different product. We put Honeycrisp apples and cinnamon, let it soak for about a month. And then those flavors kind of went right into our bourbon. And now we created a new one called As American as Apple Pie. It literally tastes like bourbon and apple pie. Fantastic.
Oh, that's a winning combination right there. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'll have a little sample of well, now this is your straight bourbon right here.
That is correct.
That's called Two Gavels.
Yep.
No, why that name? What brought on that?
Well, it comes back to across the street from where we are now in Millbury was the old town hall, which burnt down in 1971. They were able to save only the mahogany railing from the center of the building. Somebody who worked in the town government was also a carpenter and created two gavels with it. One they've used to commemorate the old building at every single Millbury Town Hall meeting since then. The other one he kept, and then when he passed away, his family donated it back to the town. So we called it Two Gavels. And even inside of our insignia, you can see that actually picture that we converted into our symbol of the actual two gavels.
I love the Millbury pride.
Thank you.
Yeah, the local pride there. I think that's awesome. Yeah. And then your distillery, I was looking at your schedule events. You got a ton of things going. Like you got live music.
Yep.
You've got different events. There's two I'm curious about. So you have a vinyl swap going on the 14th.
Yeah.
And so if I bring a stack of records down there, there'll be other vinyl freaks down there, and I can swap or trade or.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. We do a lot of different events. Some of them we do ourselves, and some that we have other people who come in who do a great job marketing and promoting. So the vinyl swap is going to be done by Honestly Necessary Jasmine. She runs her business. She's done a lot of great programs with us, from painting to art to the vinyl swap.
Nice. And then another one, you have a Dungeons and Dragons night. So it's good to know that not only are you Spirits Central in Millbury, but Nerd Central too. I'm interested to see. I've only played Dungeons and Dragons a couple of times in my life.
Yep.
And it's been a long, and it was a very passionate affair. These people get really into it. I can't imagine adding alcohol into this mix.
Well,
have you had many of these? Have there been physical altercations? Have they involved someone wearing chainmail?
I can say for sure, no. Dwarves and elves can definitely drink more than humans.
Okay, very good answer. Excellent answer, sir. Yes. That's great. So that's anybody can come down and take part in the Dungeons and Dragons thing?
Put on by the Millbury Public Library. They wanted to have an event, beyond the library hours, and we're actually just a couple doors down from them. So they've been doing it once a month. Usually the first weekend of the month, they ask that you just contact the Millbury Library to sign up for it. But usually it's a good group, 8 to 10 people. They're having a great time. There's been a few people. I think the Dungeon Master is also working with That's Entertainment.
Oh, yeah, great place.
Yeah. So it's kind of still keeping that local connection, doing some fun things together.
That's awesome. Well, it's fantastic. Barry, thank you very much for coming in. That's Barry Bacon, the Spicey Water Distillery. Also, before you leave, I got to ask, how many jokes do you get about your name? I mean, it's just a beautiful name, in my opinion, because it's Bacon.
Oh, yeah, my last name.
Yeah, so I'm sure your whole life you've been taking jokes about your name.
I was telling Lisa earlier about that. When I was growing up, I'm Gen X kid. Yeah, everybody thought it was the funniest thing in the world to call me bacon and eggs and things like that. And now, my kids, they went through Worcester schools, never had to worry about that. Because by the time they were born in 2000, everyone thought Bacon was the coolest name ever.
Right, exactly. It is. Absolutely is, yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming in, man. And so you're going to be at the Out to Lunch Festival and Farmers Market. That's tomorrow, Worcester Common Oval, starting at 11. Head down, say hi to Barry, get some samples, enjoy the live music, get something to eat. And once again, the safest place to buy your produce now is from local farmers, right? You don't get the diarrhea virus. There's no corporate processing there or anything. Buy local lettuce. You'll be fine. So go down there and load up on your lettuce. Check out some of the beautiful spirits here, and then visit the distillery in Millbury. Yep. And I'm going to try to come by the 14th for that vinyl swap. That sounds like a good time. And I saw you also rent the place out. Is that true? Do you do?
Oh yeah, we do special events there as well. We have everything from like we just had a bridal party last week. Also a baby shower, and we actually even had a wedding there a couple of years ago.
Nice.
We still see the couple just about every month. They're awesome.
That's awesome. And then at the distillery, that's where you can get all the craft cocktails and things. Those are all served up there. Right.
Absolutely. We have about 100 different drinks on the menu right now.
And where can people visit you online to check that out?
You can see us at www.spicywaterdistillery.com. And we're also on social media, both Facebook and Instagram, at Spicey Water Distillery.
Awesome. Barry, thanks for coming in. Thanks for bringing the cocktails. I don't know if I'll make my meeting later today. Lisa, thank you. Lisa from Out to Lunch Festival is here also. But thank you for bringing in Barry.
Thank you for letting me just be here.
Yeah, sure.
Happy to be here with Barry.
Sure. Please join us in a drink. I'm like the only guy drinking in the room. And for once in my life, I kind of feel uncomfortable about that. But thanks for coming in, Barry. We'll see you tomorrow at